Well, incredibly, here we are, the last two regular games of the season. And for the Clan, it's a simple job. Win them both, pick up the Gardiner Conference trophy. To do that, they'll have to defeat the Edinburgh Capitals twice in the same weekend. An Edinburgh Capitals team that suffered from a mass exodus of all their top imports, although their top scorer, Trevor Girling, has still stuck with the team. The Clan fans, however, will remember last season where failure to defeat the Edinburgh Capitals meant that the team's chances of picking up the Elite League title disappeared. It could be a nervy few periods. Let's join the action. Pitt throws it down. It's a nice bit of work on the D to cut that one out. Can't work at the back, still has his work to do. As Levitt goes hunting. Nice bit of work at the back there, real calm stuff, had plenty to do. Backhands that one clear, doesn't get that far. Nice work though from Klesnikov there, being calm at the back. Levitt tries to get his shoulder in and spin that out, but puck comes away. God's neutralised, feeds it through. Haywood with that big face mask of his, flicked it across his ear, and it's in! First goal, we knew it'd be important, and it's Bari McKenzie who gets it in. With the benefit of the replay, we'll see it. Forshall complaining about that one. I think he made me feel it came off the skate. Well, certainly maybe some interference, but Toby Craig says no, and Clan have an early lead that they were after. Chip through, Pitt takes over, has Brooks in support. Brooks heads straight for the crease, flashes across, but no one's there on the blue line. The D-men so eager to get involved in the attack. Aarssen, wide on the ice to McKenzie, the goal scorer, winds it up, fires it through, and it's another one from big man Bari McKenzie. A beautiful whack that flies up high past Forshall. Bari McKenzie has two in this first period. And Clan are looking really dominant now. 13:29 still to go in the first period. Clan 2, Capitals 0. Dant. Twisting and turning, having a real tussle in the corner with Gotts. Well, Toby Craig thought about that one for a moment. The whistle went up to the lips. Some big hits coming in here now, but the Clan get it clear. Nesbitt. Nesbitt dekes inside. Dekes out wide and throws it. Far side on the ice. Davies picks it up, looks for the support on the point. It's a clever pass, opens up, it's a lovely finish! Clan go 3 goals to the good, and it is Meyer. He pops it away. What a clever pass that was from Ben Davies to pick out the rushing figure of Stefan Meyer, who just picked his spot and tucked it away with ease. Bounces loose. Girling takes the shot. Girling working so hard for the Capitals, but it's 2-on-2 here now. 3-on-2 as Pitt joins the attack, takes a shot, and it's a wonderful finish from Scotty Pitt, and it almost looked inevitable. As soon as Clan made the entry into the Capitals zone, Scott Pitt joined the play, and it was inevitable from that point on. Scott Pitt tucked it away, and it's Clan 4. Capitals 0. Well, for the forwards here tonight, they know if they can get a decent shot on target here, it's got a good chance of either going in or getting a decent rebound. It's some confident forwards out there at the moment. Tied up behind the cage. It's the Clan to come away with it. Nesbitt feeds it back for Aarssen. Aarssen has Sullivan there, but takes the one-timer instead! Well, Aarssen, the assassin, fires that one from the blue line. Whether Tony Dalman got a little tip before it, it looks like it's going to be Scott Aarssen, the D-man from the blue line, with a shot right into the roof of the net. Puck drops kindly for the Clan. One timer comes in and it's there! Well, I think it might be Tony Dalman's first goal for the Clan. Might have been a little tip on the way in there from Ben Davies, but it could be Tony Dalman's first goal for the Clan. The Clan coming straight out into the second period and continuing where they left off. Well, it's what we were expecting to happen with Clan 6 goals up. Chris Holt, the former NHLer, takes a seat. And in comes crowd favourite, Gary Russell. Swapping between his job as a policeman and goaltender for the Braehead Clan. Has put in some impressive performances this season, as you can hear from the response he's getting in the arena today. Big favourite of the Clan fans, getting some much-deserved ice time here. Kolesnikov fires it through. Oh, and how unfortunate tap for Gary Russell, right out on the ice, and there's no way he could have seen any of that. And Kolesnikov just fired it through the trees. And it found its way past Gary Russell, who's still getting a round of applause from the Clan fans. Well, Chris Holt will be glad that he was out of net for that one, and that is back in the net with Tam Nesbitt. No sooner had the Capitals scored than the Clan punched back with Thomas Nesbitt, and it was just loose on the edge of the crease there, and Thomas Nesbitt tapped it in on the blue paint. Battled back, and eventually the Capitals get it clear. Miller turns on the afterburners, pushes out wide, squeezed up down low behind the board, still with Miller. Whacks at it, but it's the Clan who will make the exit. Here comes a rush with Captain Keith. Fritsch in support, opens up for Meyer, who takes the shot, and it's there! My, oh my, oh my! Stefan Meyer with his second of the game and Clan's 8th goal. Well, just as the Capitals were trying to apply a little bit of pressure, the Clan sprung right back. It was a speedy rush. Captain Keith and Meyer teaming up. Mellon and Meyer. Mellon manages to squeeze it through. The Clan D-men pick it up. Harper. Offside call there. Harper now having words, and Harper drops the gloves here, and it's a full-on fight in the corner with Harper. Kolesnikov just holding them off. Uppercut here, now another uppercut from Harper, has his man down. And they're still going at it as the officials pile on. Well, that one has to go to Tristan Harper there. A spontaneous bout that happened in the corner. But Tristan Harper takes in the applause. Capitals struggled all season, and struggling here now is Scotty Pitt. A beautiful little play. Couldn't find Trim, unfortunately, with the pass after it. Gotts may find Trim now. Trim backhands the pass to Haywood. Haywood tries to flash it across, searching for Gotts. And a very late hit there on Matt Haywood. Trevor Gerling, well, he knew the officials weren't watching there behind the two officials. Haywood not happy with that one. Gerling and Haywood still chirping each other as they head to the bench. 4-on-4 continues. Wide on the ice, a stretch play. Well, he gets in ahead of his man and opens up, and it's spilled, and it takes a tumble here now, and it's Fritsch having a word again, and Gerling been involved in everything now. Nathan McKeever, in comes King. Surely, third man in there from King. Gerling and McKeever tied up, and King just steps in and throws the punch. Surely, third man in. And really crazy decision from King in this game that's so far behind the Capitals now. No real need to be a third man in at this stage. Great to show plenty of fight and professionalism, but that at this stage. It's Nathan McKeever who takes a seat. And the puck drops, and that will be the end of the game here now. Braehead Clan with a substantial 8-1 victory over the Edinburgh Capitals, the team that they will play tomorrow night to decide the Gardiner Conference. So, your first goal for the Clan and a man of the match performance, do you remember much about your goal?
No, I don't remember anything about the game. I never do.
You just clear it out straight after?
No, the guys are happy because they were pressuring me to score a goal. So, but I had a chance to score another goal. So But,
do you ever feel like that? Do you feel like sometimes the goals just aren't coming, or were you really something you weren't too worried about?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I'm too old for that. But yeah, I don't know. Of course, it's nice to score, but the team is winning, so that's the most important thing for me. So that's why I'm here, the team to win. So.
And a man of the match performance tonight as well. What was it like getting that response from the crowd? They were delighted to hear your name read out.
Oh, it was really nice. I like the people over here and like the fans, so I was really happy about that.
It's been difficult, I guess, being parachuted in at the stage of the season during the crisis point. It must be such a turnaround from that point to what you're witnessing right now.
Oh yeah, but I have a good feeling already when I came here. It was just bad luck and stuff like that. So, but I had a feeling that we have a good team and we're going to win some games. So, but now it's been good so far. Seven wins, I think. Yeah, 7. So.
And it was a really interesting game. Obviously, a fantastic scoreline, but there was quite a little bit of needle out there, quite a little bit of aggression on the ice. Is that something you think might happen in this kind of return fixture? Essentially, is tomorrow night that Clan still must win?
It's going to be a lot of pressure, of course, but I think we still have to go play relaxed, So I think the first period is going to be really important for us. That's going to tell the pace of the game. So we got to be ready for the first period.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, and a great game tonight. Cheers.
Thanks.
So Ryan, in the end, it was a pretty comprehensive victory for the team.
Yeah, it was. We came out the way we wanted to. We wanted to jump out to a good lead, get on them here. We didn't want to give them any life, and thought the guys did that. It's a tough game for them to play, and it's hard to coach. It's hard to manage a game like that, but they got so much time on the puck in areas where they're not used to it, and a lot of time you get that time. You look for tougher plays and secondary options, which usually aren't the best. But the guys did a good job. They stayed professional and they did what they had to do.
I mean, some huge positives as well, and you managed to get some ice time for some guys that have been really deserving this season. Particularly Gary Russell came in there in the second period and let in, albeit the first shot of the game, but had a really solid game after that.
Yeah, I didn't want to put him in on I think they're shorthanded, but we said we were going to kind of go Holtzy for half and Rusty for half, and we'll probably look to do the same tomorrow, depending on how things are going. We want to make sure Holtzy's getting some work in here, but we also want to make sure we get Gary some minutes too. We did what we had to do. It's a tough game, to analyze and to go over, but the guys did what they have, and we're one inch closer to that trophy again.
Obviously, the scoreline being a bright spot, but a bit of a negative note there with the injury to Brendan Brooks. How's that at the moment? How's he holding up?
Yeah, I think obviously it was a good night on the scoreboard and a bad night for our personnel on our team right now. It looks like it's a broken arm and possibly surgery is what we're getting. So it's not good, and we all feel bad for him. We feel bad for ourselves for losing such a big part of our team, and it's unfortunate for something to happen in a game like that tonight at that time. And it's hockey, it happens, and it's just we're all a little bit down here, and we got to readjust and juggle our lines around here and pick ourselves up for another one tomorrow, though.
Tony Dahlman was one of those guys you did juggle around there and slotted in very nicely on that line. Got his first goal for the club and a man of the match as well.
Yeah, no, he's been getting better and better as the weeks have gone on. He's more comfortable now, and he's a big part of our team. He's a good guy. Guys like him in the room. He's got some good leadership and brings a good veteran presence and calming factor. And we moved him around a lot, just kind of because we could take a look at different units and different lines. I mean, I don't like to juggle too much, but in games like this, it's good to give different looks. And then towards the end there, we were just kind of trying to get Barry that third goal wherever we could. And then we'll probably do much of the same tomorrow. I think I got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do, but it's always fun to juggle things around and get different looks for guys. So let's see what tomorrow brings, and then we'll go from there.
It was great to see those guys getting some ice time, but there was quite a bit of needle in that game there. There's quite a bit of aggression, some tempers flaring. Is there any worry in the back of your head that there is that little bit of motivation now for the Edinburgh Capitals, a team that maybe weren't motivated before? They've spoiled it for you last season. Is there that little worry there that there could be that little bit of motivation now?
I'd go into battle with this group here. We'll need some pushback. We'll need to play on our toes tomorrow, but by no means are we worried about that or anything here. So we got the guys. Guys are standing up for each other out there, and it's those those are the kind of games where those things happen because it goes long stretches without a lot of contact, and then something happens like that, and guys react, and it's hockey, and that's why we love the sport. But we'll be ready for a battle tomorrow. There's no question about that.
Last home game of the regular season here, but it should feel like a home game tomorrow in Edinburgh, judging by the number of fans that are heading over there. Looking forward to that support then for the last regular game.
Yeah, I mean, like you see, look at our game tonight, and sold out, and yeah, we're the best place to play in the league. We have the best fans in the league. It's not only us. It's every guy that comes in here is blown away by the Purple Army, and we'll hopefully put a good show on for him tomorrow and finish the job that we started 3-4 weeks ago to reclaim the title out of when it didn't look like it was possible, and it's 7 in a row for us now, so we're rolling along here just at the right time, I think.
Good luck for tomorrow. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.